Hello, how are you? This is Jelly Bling. I have another project using Adoring Hearts bundle. So the bundle includes the stamp set, dies to cut out the hearts, the images, plus a whole lot of other dies included. And do you notice this cute little freesia heart? It's a set of 4, and I'll show you all 4 of those here in just a minute. And they cut out detailed hearts. And then this banner cuts out the Just For You, which is right here. So this is today's project. I saw this from Stampin' Gala, stampingala.com. She did one very similar to this, not exactly like it, and I love it. I love the softness of it, how feminine it is. So let's do this one today. Okay, so here's a sample. Okay, thank you Stampin' Gala for sharing. And I want to use these new gems. These are cute. They're kind of gold with hints of pink in it, which will work well with the bubble bath. Iridescent foil gems. They're in the mini catalog. So let's use some of these today. And 3D Basics embossing folder. This is an online exclusive. It comes in a set of 3. We'll use that. Here's the papers. And because this is a polymer stamp set, I like to use my foam pad. It makes all the difference. The paper we're using for the designer paper, which is right here, I'm using this sheet. On the back of it is strawberries with, it looks like Calypso Coral. But Stampin' Gala used a different one, which I have to admit I really like. It's just bubble bath. Here it is. Bubble bath, stripes, and on the other side is floral. And that one is really cute. But this is a pack of paper, a huge pack of paper. I think it's eclectic, designer eclectic, delightfully eclectic designer paper. 48 sheets. It's a huge pack of paper, and it's probably not coincidental, but many of the patterns in here coordinate with stamp sets in the annual catalog. Very clever. Okay, let's get started on making this project. It's very sweet, bordering on simple, but there's a little bit to it. But just, I love it. It's singing my name. I love the colors. I love how dainty it is. Okay, so there's the paper base. And designer paper, just right attached to the front, right in the middle. So this is going to be a thank you card for those that order in the month of January. Oh, I should put out the host code. A $50 or more order, I'd love to send you this card. And if your order is under $150, it would be great if you could use this host code. I'm able to keep making samples, making things, because those of you that order with me make all the difference. And I thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so this is something a little different. Usually when I color with the blends, I use Memento because that ink is intended to be used with the blends. But Stampin' Gala used Smoky Slate. I'm like, can you do that? Sure enough, it works just fine. But this is such a delicate image. It's kind of hard. Not hard. It's just a little challenging to color. But it makes for a very soft look. Okay, so that, and on the inside, I'll stamp that heart down at the bottom. And you know, I couldn't get a good stamped image without using the pad. So if ever that happens, pull out your pad. And it's just because polymer is a very economical stamp. Great to have, good to see through. But there's no cushion on it. Like if you had a rubber stamp, I don't think I have any laying out. it has a cushion right under here, and that helps give you a good image. Polymer doesn't have that, so we'll put the image right, or the foam right here. Okay, now the banner. I'm going to cut out a banner, this white paper, and you know, while I'm at it, I'll cut out, I need just one of these, but look at how cute all four are. Isn't that fun? And you're like, now what do those look like? I'll show you. Cut out a banner. I already did the banner. Stamped it with the "Just for You" right there. And it lines up perfectly in there. So those little hearts in freesia cut out. Here's one of them. And the others, and I'll hold these up close. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's what they look like. Just a delicate little heart with a pattern in it. Okay, which one should we use? Any of them. They're all good. Okay, I think we're done stamping. So the next step is to color, let me get these pieces straight here. Top, 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 inside, inside. Done with that. We'll use glue dots. So next step is to color. I have the colors right here. And it's just 3 colors, and of course 2 of each. So I'm going to do the little buds, and I'll hold this up closer in just a minute. In freesia, just a little touch of color. I know there's 3 of them per side. 1, 2, 3. Then a little bit of freesia. And because the area is so small, it's not that you need to do blending. But if I did it all in one color, that would look good, but this looks really good. When you have it in 2 colors, it makes it a little bit more realistic. Okay, and then bubble bath for the flowers. And there's 3 flowers per side. So I'm just putting the dark bubble bath down at the bottom as kind of shading. This flower here has kind of a few extra levels. Then bubble bath light. Just to fill it in. And I'm not really taking time to do the shading, again, because it's so small. Okay, and then the leaves. I'll do a couple of leaves. I'm going to start with Granny Apple Light this time. And I'll choose a couple of good size leaves. I'll do this bunch of them right here. So the whole leaf in Granny Apple Light. Granny Apple is my go-to color. Oh, we had the snowstorm, not snowstorm, ice storm of all time this past week, the past few days. It's all good now. But being without the internet and without cell phone service, I'm like, okay. And ours was just, we had power the whole time, but we didn't have internet for about a half a day. Oh my gosh, what do you do? I mean, you can't, if you're just going about your day. I took the time to clean the house, but you can't Google anything. And then if you're all inspired by something, you can't Pinterest search it. You can't check your emails. You can't text anything. Okay, so pretend like that's all colored. Yay! And now this goes into the embossing folder right here. And I know it's like, you're gonna put texture on that. Yeah, but look at the end result. Isn't that just adorable? So it's okay. We can do it. Okay, run this through. So now it has the texture on it. So this gets attached to fresh freesia layer. And I'll put all the paper cut sizes on my blog. And my blog is jillybling.com. And I'll do that a little bit later today. Mom and I were going to go out and get our nails done. It's time. It was supposed to be earlier in the week, but weather was, it was icy. And you know, at first when I moved here and I heard people talking about an ice storm, like, oh, okay, I guess it's going to be like sleeting ice instead of sleet. And then I was coming back at that time. I was able to have classes at Hobby Lobby. I was coming back from Hobby Lobby. I'd been here just a few months, and I saw all this ice on the trees coming home, and everyone was kind of freaking out about the weather. And I'm like, this is just beautiful. This part of the country, oh my gosh, look at that. They even bling out the trees. I am loving it. Then I got home and I was disappointed that here we didn't have any of that bling on the trees. And the next day I went in and it's like, look at that. That is just so pretty. Okay, the day after that, the trees that had the beautiful bling on it, they couldn't handle the weight and they crashed. And I'm like, well, maybe it isn't so good. Maybe that's why people are so distraught. Okay, so that was the end of that. And that was 7 years ago. So here we are, we're having an ice storm. Once again, didn't really catch on to what that meant. Didn't know where the ice storm would really be. Like, is it going to be in Springfield again, or is it going to be here? It was here. Our trees, they were beautiful, but on top of all that, I have a video, I was going to show you, a video from the kids, Evan and Michaela, and they were like, okay, we went outside because it sounds like there's fireworks going on out there. And they sent 3 videos, each of them maybe 30 seconds, and you hear, with their camera pointing out to the dark, crack, and then you hear, and you could tell that it's the ice on the branches, or if it's an evergreen, it has leaves on it, or pine needles or whatever. And the weight from all that was making it crash. Like the branches falling off, and some of them is taking out a whole tree. I'm like, wow, you guys be careful. Nothing's gonna hit the house, right? And they still had electricity, so okay, all is okay. Then it started happening here. And it was scary. We had that same noise, and try to fall asleep to hearing, and then you could even feel like the house boom. Oh my gosh, our neighbors lost a huge tree right in front of their house, and I think it went down their driveway. I mean, if that hit them, oh, that's another thing. Tony went out the next day, and you know how he just redid the whole fence? As he said, it's a whole new landscape around here. But a few of them hit the fence, and he has to take a chainsaw to get them off and then redo his fence. Anyway, one of them fell down, and the new fence he put in, it has T-post, and then he put a post over that. The T-post that he was like banging to get into the ground to maybe 4 feet, one of the trees, here's a T-post, the tree went and hit it, and it was 2 feet in the ground. So the force from that tree hit so hard, it made that T-post go down into the earth. Then we had a few branches, and you think, oh, they fall, okay. It came down, and it did a dagger, 2 of them, right into the earth. So it looked like a growing tree, but no, that was a dagger. Oh. Anyhow, we survived. Lost quite a few trees. Oh, these are perfect on here. I get to start talking and telling stories. Still working, but I get carried away. So then the weather became Look how sweet that is. I think I might like that better than the rhinestones. Oh, that's fun. Okay. So then after that, the weather became warmer, and right now it's in the 40s. So hopefully it's melting all of that ice. So I thought, yeah, here in the area, and then Kathy and David came down. Oh, that's a whole nother story. And they, because they're in Oak Ridge, about half an hour away, and they said, oh my gosh, it looks like a bomb went off around here. The road right in front of your house. The trees are just all down. It looks different. The road, yeah. And we could tell that people, the headlights would just stop right in front of our house. And then you would hear chainsaws. It's like, yep, they want to get through. But I guess Springfield is just as bad or worse, probably just as bad because we had it pretty bad, as what we have. I think it's Mother Nature's way of pruning those trees that grow like crazy. But Kathy and David, they went to Seven Feathers Casino, which is about 100 miles away, hour and a half away, to see Elvis, an impersonator. They said it was a great show. But a trip that should take them an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to get home, it took them, I think it's 8, maybe 9 hours, because they were on Highway 5 trying to go through Cottage Grove, and the highway was pretty much just closed, and there was skid outs everywhere. And you know, I know weather is happening all over, but yeah, it happened in our backyard this time. Some people, because of all those power lines being out because of the trees, they're not going to get power back for, they say, up to a week. I can't imagine. I hope everyone is safe and they have family. Oh, I did it the wrong way. Okay, time to improvise. I did pool, bubble bath, dark. I supposed to do light. So how about freesia light for the shadows? What if I end up liking this one best? So now what color am I going to do this little flower down here? Actually, that doesn't look bad. I don't know that I like it best. Here, I'll hold it up here in just a minute. Maybe the flower could stay white. I kind of colored outside the lines there. Isn't that cute? Okay, improvise. On the last video I did, or maybe it was the blue one of them I did another whoops. Well, trying to make it blend just a little. At least I'm doing blending on this one because it's kind of big. That looks pretty good. Bubble bath dark. Drifting into freesia light. Maybe I'll try to do the flower in, can't really do freesia. How about bubble bath light with lifter? I might have some already done around here. Okay, it's just gonna stay. Ooh, that makes it stand out. Who knew? I didn't know. I kind of like that. Look how fresh that looks. That compared to this? Yeah. Oh, that's another thing, is when I inked this heart, I needed to re-ink my pad. So I re-inked the pad. Look how much better it looks. At least you need a line to work with. Okay. I hear Tony coming home. I'm trying to rush before he gets here. Because when he gets here, He talks loud. Okay, hurry, hurry, hurry. Oh, Bo knows he's here. Okay, today's project, just like that. So if you can, hit the thumbs up if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, and share if you can. I hope you have a great day. Bye.